had a thought. Let me give it to you. Listen, I want to ask you guys a question today. Do you believe we are all that we got? I'm going to ask that question again. Do you believe that we are all that we got? And so I want you to chew on that question for a second. You can engage with me in the comments, or maybe you can just telepathically speak to me as well. Listen, I asked that question because I was thinking to myself the other day, I'm all that I have, right? And some people may not understand what I mean by that, so let me expound upon that a little bit further. Okay, if you take a thought for a second and say, okay, am I all that I have? Anytime that I've counted on anybody else, they never came through, and I had to go back and I had to do it myself, or anytime that I had the dependency, the hope that someone would come through and help me along the way, they didn't show up, or if they did show up, sometimes in the end, I still had to do it myself. The reason why I want you to chew on that question is because in life, nobody teaches us to how to identify with self, how to go within ourselves to find the true essence of who we are. So for me, I just pondered that question, and I'm thinking to myself, generally I am, because I'm not the type of person that depends on other individuals to help me through this life. And if I can say this, if there was somebody that would and that was willing to, I'm not going to shun the help away. I definitely would receive it, but I have an independence about myself that lets me know that even if I did have a dependency upon someone else, I'm not really counting on it, because I'm a bet on myself more than not. I'm not going to develop this coddling attitude like I need someone else to help me along. I've been on a journey of learning myself, the true essence of self. Because even when you think about learning who you are or becoming a better version of yourself, a lot of things are exposed along the way. One of them are that you are a stranger to yourself. And a lot of people probably wouldn't believe that. Think about this for a second. There's people outside of you, outside of your circle, of your family, of your friends, people that you deem very important, that you trust more than you trust yourself. How do you think you get in certain circles, in certain belief sectors and systems if you didn't trust a stranger? Right? You trust them more than you trust yourself, but just something inside of you telling you what they're telling you ain't right, but you only trust them because the power behind what they're telling you, everybody subscribes to it. Think about that for a second. Subscription is a real thing, but I'm going to tell you what subscription is. It's planned programming. Because even if you take it back to when we were kids, we had no identity of religion. We had no identity of any of these things that are set up and planned for us to follow the program. We know nothing about this. We wasn't born any of this. But when we became who we were in this world, it was pressed upon us, told this what we were. And we had to identify with, because we couldn't really go against the grain because we didn't know any better. But as we got older, things within us told us that those things just didn't sit right. That's not what I'm going to do. That's not who I am. But we still didn't have nothing to say about it because our voices couldn't be heard because we under our parents' care. But once we got out of that care and was able to feel the discernment within us, able to understand the dynamics of what this world is, coming from under that program, no longer being sleeping in bed, we was able to make choices and decisions ourselves as we got of a ripe age or an adult, and found out we are all that we got. Because once you find up and you wake up that everybody is under some type of spell of programming, but you want to leave the pack to identify and find the best version of yourself, you are all that you got. Because those who trained you to believe whatever you believe did what? They're still in it. But look at you, kind of crazy. So those folks that you depended on, those individuals that told you this is the way to go, you're here by yourself now. Why? Because you have a feeling deep within the pit of your soul that's telling you that's not it. It's not a voice. It's your body speaking to you. It's your mind telling you this is not it. So everybody prefers to say, oh, God speaks to you. I hear his voice and this, that, and the third. No, you feel it more than anything because it's straight energy. So when you start to rise up and understand that what you're feeling is the infinite speaking to you, don't ignore it. Because that came in the silence. You weren't on your knees praying, but you was just calm. Maybe you were meditating. Maybe you were sitting back in a car just driving with no music and you felt something. You had a thought. Something trickled in and you smiled. That's when the infinite is speaking to you. When you're in silence, the noise, you can't hear through the noise. But when you're silent and you're putting yourself in spaces you need to be, then you find out, I'm all I got. Because nobody ever taught me these things. Nobody ever showed me this in life. But now I'm there. I feel the comfort. I feel the joy. And I no longer feel the pain. People, we are all that we got. There's nothing out here, nobody out here rather. Let me say that. There's nobody out here that can give you what you can get by being in a space of silence. Being in a space of wanting more out of life. Your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your cousin, your aunties, any of them probably won't understand you. But it's not for them to understand. It's for you to get. So when the infinite start to tell you you're all that you have, listen to me. I'm within you. I'm going to give you all that you desire and need in life. Listen. Start putting your actions in motions to persist in those ways. Start to meditate. Start to believe what your body is telling you. Lead yourself down a road of understanding that you're all you have. I'm not telling you to negate anything else from family that loves you and that want to see you do well. But I'm telling you, if they're not in position to help you get to that higher place of life, then you can ignore that. But if they're trying to help you get to that place and they understand the dynamic of what's going on, that's great. The help is needed. Or wanted, let me say that. But other than that, you all you got. So that's what I want y'all to speak to y'all today about, to see if you guys are on that same page. But you know what? Like I always say, you got to see it different, do something different to get a different outcome. Like, share, subscribe. Elevational Soul Food. Tap into my YouTube, guys. I want y'all to come in and subscribe. I love y'all. Till next time. Vows.